as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Mahomes firing complete, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A screen to Bell. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but then it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 28-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
shotgun now for Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tano Passigno able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
And out.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. For 33 yards that time.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Off the option, that's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
On for the point after.
That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Packers take over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Sliding out of the pocket. Able to find Lazard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Complete to Aaron Jones. 4 yards on the pickup.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, here's Jones. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Chiefs take over first.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
For Aaron Jones.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Packers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Rodgers again now. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Zadarius Smith. He's the one who's going to get credit for the sack, and he, like the rest of us, have to be saying, okay. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught at the all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Is good. Makes the score Chiefs 24, Packers nothing.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Packers.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Frank Clark, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Down. 3rd and long.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. No, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Frank Clark, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. And going deep for Hill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 3.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Slant to Adams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 15 yards on the play. First down.
15. First down, Green Bay.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Tano Passanio picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll try and throw for it here. That's complete to Lazard. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A screen to Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 2nd down at 4. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Harrison Butker to kick.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kansas City.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. Yea's at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Again, it's Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby.
9-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Back at the 24-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on fourth and a yard. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You get them.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. Time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 43. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And going deep for Hill. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
On play action, they'll throw. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tano Passigno getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll get this to Lazard.
Rodgers pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route.